Here we go then, it's time to predict the Premier League team of the season, and we're going to waste no time whatsoever, straight into things with goalkeeper Nick Pope, who has been absolutely outstanding for Newcastle this year, helping them record 13 clean sheets so far. And in general, Newcastle's defence has been really solid, and because of that, maybe, just maybe, there'll be some more Newcastle players featuring in this prediction. Arsenal's Gabriel is the next player we are going to talk about. He has had an absolutely terrific season. He's also managed to pick up 3 goals in that time as well, which is a good return for a defender. But more importantly, he's helped them keep clean sheets, 12 of which so far. So hopefully Gabriel gets a really nicely boosted item in the upcoming team of the season promotion, because he definitely deserves it. And I'm saying this as an Arsenal fan. I actually kind of think he's been better than Saliba this season, which people might not agree with that, but as someone who watches Arsenal every single week, I really don't think Gabriel gets the full credit that he deserves. Oh, look who's next. We've just been talking about him. It is William Saliba. Obviously, another Arsenal centre-back is in the running, and it's easy to see why. His impact on the Arsenal defence has been incredible, truly incredible. He's also chipped in with some goals as well, 2 goals and an assist, and if you remember, he also scored an absolute banger very early in the season. And it's actually as of late, with him out of the Arsenal team, that Arsenal have become a bit unstuck at the back, so it just does show his impact on that Arsenal backline and the team in general. Nonetheless, I do expect him to pick up a blue item, and I do expect it to be extremely expensive, especially knowing how expensive the Fantasy Foot Saliba was a bit earlier in the game. Okay, we're going to come away from Arsenal players for a few moments. We're going to talk about Newcastle's Kieran Trippier, and it's another player whose impact on their team is just undeniable. Since Trippier came into Newcastle, he has just really helped just turn them around from the right back role as well. Very, very impressive. A goal, 6 assists, a bunch of clean sheets. What a season for the right back. Also, I'm aware it's going to make me sound biased, but I cannot believe Ben White wasn't at least in the nominees for the Team of the Season Premier League defenders. I think that's crazy. Nonetheless, I still think Trippier would have been voted ahead of him by the community, but still, Ben White not being in the running, that's crazy. Starboy Saka is the next player in our predictions, and it's easy to see why he's been included. His impact on the Arsenal team has been incredible. Over the past few seasons, he's shown incredible potential, and now he truly is living up to it, and then some. He is looking like he's going to be an absolute baller for years to come. 12 goals and 10 assists so far for him, and there is still obviously a bit of time left for him to add to those tallies. So yeah, big year for Saka, and yeah, I'm excited to try this item out. Of course, KDB, Kevin De Bruyne features in our predictions. Another good year for KDB, 5 goals and 15 assists, just, the casual 15 assists, and like with a lot of these items, plenty of time still to add to those totals as well. But yeah, it's become a very regular occurrence, hasn't it? A team of the season, KDB, and I'm sure the card will be absolutely outstanding as well. From one playmaker to another, up next we have Arsenal's Martin Odegaard, who has had a terrific season in general, but especially in regards to goal scoring. 11 goals from midfield, very impressive, and on top of that, also 7 direct goal contributions too. And on top of this as well, he has been balling out this season with the skill moves too, so yeah, that's always nice to see. The guy's just incredible at dribbling, literally 99 ball control in real life. Anyway, my main comment on this is I'm just hoping that EA give him a good weak foot upgrade, because that is what he's lacking in FIFA, a nice weak foot. So hopefully we'll see that when this card does eventually arrive in Ultimate Team. Don't worry, Man United fans, we haven't forgotten about you, and we certainly haven't forgotten about Marcus Rashford, who has had an incredible year. And I know you can say that for a lot of players in the Premier League team of the season, but after Rashford's pretty poor year last season, he has stepped up massively this year, and he looks like a completely different player under Ten Hag. 15 goals and 4 assists for the forward, and on top of that, it's also worth mentioning he has won the Player of the Month award 3 times in one season, which, yeah, is just nuts. And yeah, he's got to be in, hasn't he? It's going to be an expensive card. It's going to be a very good one, and we'll probably see it in the next few weeks within Ultimate Team. Now, I think it's fair to say, in fact, I think it's more than fair to say that Liverpool have had a really disappointing season in the grand scheme of things. Who would have thought at this stage of the year that Liverpool would be sat in 8th? Which, for a club like that, is obviously not ideal. Nonetheless, they've still had some players that have stood out this year, and one of them is Mo Salah, who so far has found the back of the net 15 times and contributed to a further 7 directly. So still a big year for Mo Salah, and his inclusion wouldn't surprise us. Now, this one is obviously a no-brainer. Of course, we've included Erling Haaland in our predictions, and it's not even a case of predicting it. It's going to happen. It's a certainty. His goal-scoring record is just ridiculous. His numbers in general are a joke. And, yeah, he's broke plenty of seasonal records this season already. I'm sure there might be some more that he breaks before the end of the season. And if he stays in the Premier League, I'm sure at some point he'll break some, like, really, really big Premier League records as well, because his goal return is just, it's stupid. It really, really is. So, yeah, undeniable. Probably deserves 99 shooting at this point as well. Whether EA will give him it, we'll have to wait and see. But, yeah, team this season, Haaland, it's a guarantee, isn't it? It's just a case of, will he win the Premier League Player of the Year award? We'll have to wait and see on that one, because there are a couple of candidates that feature in this video that will be up for that award. But will anyone beat Erling Haaland? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. It's been a very strange season for Tottenham, I think it's fair to say, but even with all the drama and all that stuff going on, Harry Kane has continued to do Harry Kane things, and that is scoring a lot of goals. And his goal return is actually really, really good this season, but because of players like Erling Haaland, who are just putting up ridiculous numbers, Kane's kind of going under the radar a little bit. Anyway, 23 goals so far for him this year. Another decent season for Harry Kane. And I guess the question surrounding Kane is, will he still be a Tottenham player next season? Let me know your thoughts on that in the comments down below. But yes, we do all expect to get our yearly Team of the Season Kane in a few weeks. Alright, let's now move on to some bench options. We are going to start with Newcastle's Botman, who's another one who has just come into a team and just had an instant impact. Like, he has been seriously impressive this year for Newcastle, and their backline is just so much better when he's in it. 10 clean sheets for him so far. Another defensive option we're going for is Luke Shaw, who's obviously had a really nice season for Man United. Has missed a few games here and there, but still really, really impressive when he has played. He's another one that under Ten Hag has just been, you know, really, really impressive. Now, as an Arsenal fan, obviously I'm hoping to see Zinchenko instead, but because of the impact of the community vote, I do think that Luke Shaw has a very good chance of being included. Now, we have to talk about Rodri, because honestly, he should be in the starting 11. In my opinion, aside from Haaland, of course, he has been Manchester City's best player this season. Like, truly outstanding in that midfield role. He's contributed in offense as well with some goals and some assists, but just defensively, he's just so solid. Like, he's incredible. He's the kind of player that I think would fit into any team in the world, especially on form right now. He gets into any team, so yeah, he has to be in. He has to be in, and as I say, in my opinion, unfortunate not to be in the starting 11, but he'll definitely get a blue card. Surely, I would be incredibly surprised if he didn't. There is one more Arsenal player to feature in this video, and it is, of course, Gabriel Martinelli. 14 goals and 5 assists this season so far. Hopefully, he'll add to those before the season ends. And on top of that, he's also given numerous right-backs nightmares throughout the year, because he has been truly outstanding on that left wing. If only Jack Grealish knew what he was creating when he said playing like Almiron. The guy's had a very good season, more so towards the start of the year, but just in general, a very good campaign. 11 goals and 1 assist so far for the Paraguayan forward. Unai Emery has seriously got Aston Villa playing some good football, especially as of late, and Ollie Watkins has definitely benefited from that a lot. 20 goal involvements. Really, really impressive numbers for him, and I can't help but think this could be an objectives card. It's just a kind of item that EA might put in objectives, or maybe an SBC. Nonetheless, we think he deserves an inclusion, and yeah, that goal contribution return, suggest that as well. Now, we're fully aware that Casemiro has missed quite a few games and a bunch of that due to suspension, but his impact on his team is just ridiculous. They are literally a completely different team when he plays. He is that good. So those are our predictions for the Premier League team of the season squad. Now, don't worry if you think someone is missing. Do remember that EA do drop some players via SBC and also via objectives as well. So just because a player isn't within the actual tradable squad, they still could come into the game. Hope you've enjoyed the predictions. If you have, please do leave a like rating on the video. And if you want to read a more in-depth article about our selections, then check out the link in the description. It will take you to the Futbin website.